do that. Okay, now we're official. All right, redo. No, just hearing Mark talk on that Top 75 Zoom about his excitement and about what's going to happen in 2017, what we're going to do moving forward. Hold on 1 second. Hey guys, when you jump on, if you're on, try to mute yourself so I don't have to go through and mute I'm trying to keep up with muting all as I go. But okay, 2017 is going to be awesome. But I know that Mark has more in store for us than waiting until conference. He did let us in on a little secret that there is going to be a new product announcement. And so I am so excited to see what that could be. So that should happen. I would hope, he didn't say, but I would think January would be my guess as beginning of the year. So that is something to look forward to. But what I don't want us to do is to wait until January 2017 to really start working again, to start working our business, because December is crazy. December is busy, and we all get ready for the holidays, and we're Christmas shopping, and we have kids and events and all of this stuff going on, musicals and all of the extracurricular. I know everybody's life is busy. When you ask anyone, that's one of their very first excuses is, I am really busy. We have all said it before, and I know that, we hear that as distributors all the time when we're trying to recruit new people, is that is one of the number one excuses is we're all busy. But what we need to do is to focus on between now and the end of December, and then we'll reconvene and do another Zoom, I'm sure. But let's talk tonight just about December. What can we do in December between now and the end of this year to start our 2017 off on the right track? Because if we don't work between now and the end of the month, then our January is going to be slow. So when everybody else is uphill climbing that slope, when it comes to New Year's resolutions, they are going to be up here. And if we don't work December, we are going to be down here, and it's going to take us forever to reach that top of the hill. So New Year's resolutions are coming. That means there's two things always. Majority of people want to A, make more money in 2017, or B, they want to get healthier or they want to lose weight. We have the answer for both of those things. Us as distributors have the answer. We can help people make more money, and we can help people get healthier. We have the products, we have the opportunity for that. And so let's talk about how we can recruit these loyal customers to start their 90-day challenges. They need to order their products in December, you guys, so they can start January 1st. We want them to be ready. We don't want to wait on them in January to start their order, and then they don't get it until mid-January, let's say, and then they are 2 weeks behind. We want them to order now. We want them to set them up. Hey, this is what I'm thinking. We could send these messages saying, hey, I know that January is coming. What are your New Year's resolutions? If one of them is to either A, make more money in 2017, or B, get healthier, I want to help you get started with that. Let's do something about it now so we can be ready in 2017. So what I want you guys to know is, for me, like what I have been doing on a daily basis, and I have a list made that every day I sit down at my laptop and this is what I do. So if you have a pen and paper handy, you might want to write this down. This is also recorded so you can come back to it. But I have 10 things on my list next to my computer that I do every single time I sit down. I'm going to go through those with you real quick. Number one, I post on a family photo, either me, my husband, my kids, something on Facebook and Instagram. People need to see that we are real people living real lives, okay? It can be just relatable, something that's relatable, something that's positive. And I can't stress that enough, because, people follow positive people. People want to watch and follow people that they look up to, people that are relatable, people that they enjoy seeing their posts. They don't get on Facebook to see all of the negative Nellies. They get on Facebook to see the positive things. It is a highlight reel. So we want to make sure that we are being those people that people want to follow. So I put something on Facebook every single day that I try that to be relatable, something about family. I always, number 2, I always put team pages. I always want to know what's going on. If there was a question that was asked that I could help answer, and this is for everybody. You do not need to be an admin of a page to respond or comment or interact on those posts. So anybody can do that at all. Anybody, not an admin, it can be anybody at all. So I check team pages. You might be on one team page, you might be on multiple team pages, but make sure you're getting on those on a daily basis, because there could be a question that somebody else asked that is going to have the answer for you too. It could be something that you're already thinking that you're like, oh, I'm glad that they posted it, because then you can read through the comments and you can have the answers, or you can add your input in as well. Number 3, I'm constantly adding new Facebook friends and following new people on Instagram. I do this every single day to ensure that I am building my network. Because if I keep the same Facebook friends and if I keep the same followers on Instagram, and they're the only ones every single day seeing my post, I'm not reaching out. I am not making this a network marketing business. I am not expanding my network. And so for us that are on the computer, this is an easy way to expand that network, is to add people every single day on Facebook, whatever social media platform that you're using. You know, there's lots of them, you know, Pinterest and Snapchat, and I always like to focus on probably 2, and then the one that you're getting the most interaction on. And so lately for me, I've been getting a lot more interaction on Instagram than I have been on my Facebook. So I might post there more often. I might follow 10 people on Instagram today instead of, you know, maybe the 5 on Facebook. So kind of balancing it out to kind of being aware, like, who are you getting the reactions from? Who are liking your post? Who are commenting? Who's following you on a daily basis? Those are the people that you're going to want to watch very closely and really interact with their Facebook posts. Okay, so number 4, I wish non-distributors happy birthdays. Every single day, I look at my birthdays and I go and I wish them a happy birthday. Some distributors too, but if it's a big long list that day and I feel like my day is limited, then I make sure I hit all of the non-It Works distributors. Why I do that is because I want my name to come to their mind. If it's their birthday, I want my name to be like, oh, that was nice of Liz Barton to wish me a happy birthday. And when we interact on their page, even if it's their birthday, we pop up on their timeline more often. So, you know, and it's nothing about the business. You're just being a nice friend. You're just being a nice person. So wishing them a happy birthday. I always check my birthdays. Number 5, I get into eSuite every single day. I check eSuite. I do a ton of different things, and I've done a training about that before, but you know, I will look at the new orders. I will look at the top enrollers. I will look at who on my team has enrolled somebody lately. I will look at you know, my previewer, my charts. I just kind of get into eSuite every day. Once I get in there, I just start clicking around. And then I start messaging people. Like it really creates the idea for me to start the work, to start the job. So just getting into your eSuite and looking to see who placed an order. Maybe an old loyal customer of yours placed an order and you didn't even realize it. And you can message them and be like, I'm so excited that you're going to try out the Confianza or whatever it may be. So getting in your eSuite every day is going to be super important to grow your business in December. Number 6, interact on Facebook. Okay, I don't spend all day on this because you can definitely get consumed, but I do interact, and I really want to interact with those non-It Works distributors. I want to like, and I want to not only like, because if I notice that they already have 50 likes or a lot, I want to make sure I comment, because they're not always going to get a notification that I liked their post if there's already a lot of likes. In that case, I'm going to make sure I comment. That's so cute, a couple hearts, a couple kissy faces, you know, it can be literally anything, but they're going to get a notification that you commented on their post. And so you're interacting with those people that you want on your team. Number 7, checking in with loyal customers. And so sometimes I get my ideas from this through eSuite. Other times, what I do every time I sign a loyal customer, I put them in my iPhone in my calendar and I set an alert to do it monthly. And so every day I have like, not every single day is an alert comes up, but it's getting to be that way. So if I have an alert on my phone that I need to check in with one, then I do that. If not, I get those ideas from eSuite. I talk about how are they liking their products? What, you know, if they ordered, I look it up. Are they doing greens? Are they doing, what are they doing? And then I ask them about it. And so some days it might be 1 or 2. Some days I try to do 5 or 6. So every day I try to check in at least with 1 or 2 loyal customers. Number 8, I always post a product post, whether it's Instagram or on Facebook or my business page, because that, if I'm doing that every single day and I'm doing one product, sometimes I'll do like greens 3 days in a row, or I'll pick hair, skin, and nails and do 3 days in a row, because not every single person on our social media platform are going to see our post every single day. You know how it sometimes throws up random, sometimes I click on somebody's timeline and there's things that I don't necessarily see or I haven't seen. And so that's why I do a product post every single day, because it's a hit or miss. Sometimes I hit their timelines, sometimes I don't. But I want them to be thinking, she is still loving the product. She's still using the products. What is she using today? You know, I try to do selfies with the products. I try to talk about my experiences with the products and all of that. All right, Sarah, I'm going to answer your question. How many days in advance of their auto are you putting them in your phone? I just do a couple days. So I make sure I can check in with them. And then so I can give them, you know, like if it says, I will put in the notes section in my iPhone, there's like a note section and I can put when their auto is, and then I can ask them what they're going to do. I usually look them up on eSuite first before I check in, and then I can also see what day is their auto, and then I will remind them of the day. And so that's been helpful for me too, to just kind of get an idea of what they're ordering, and then give them a little bit of time so they can change it, or I can recommend something else. You know, something I've been doing lately, and I really feel like that it's working, and it makes me kind of feel salesy, but hey, it works, is trying to upsell. Like, so if they're saying that they want to buy a box of wraps, or they're going to try a box of wraps next month, instead of just saying, awesome, that's great, you're going to love them, which that's what I would say, and that's what I have always said, I've started to say, you're going to love the wraps, but you know what else is great to pair with them is our defining gel. It's only $45 more, or whatever it may be. So I always say, you're going to love it, but this is what I would add with it. And it's up to them. They can say no. I am just offering a suggestion of adding something else. So sometimes I think, even for myself or for all of us, we take the sale and we get so excited. You can take the sale, get excited, and then ask them to pair something with it. Don't be afraid to say, hey, what about adding the greens with your wraps, so then you're able to detox and alkalize and get your body healthy on the inside, and then you're tightening and toning and firming your skin on the outside. So upsell, you know, people do that all the time in different sales industries. So don't be afraid. We're helping them. You know, we are asking for a complementing product. So don't be afraid to ask that. They can always say no, and it doesn't make us look bad. It makes us look helpful. Okay, back to my list. Number 9, recognize a leader or a distributor, either through text, their timeline, a Facebook message, whatever it may be. Try recognizing on a daily basis is good for me. It makes me feel good when I do that, when I give a compliment to somebody else, and it makes that person feel good, and it makes that person feel like they're being noticed, right? That, oh my gosh, that my hard work that I'm doing, or I'll look it up and I'll see that somebody enrolled a loyal customer and they hadn't enrolled one for a while, and so I'll message them. Sometimes I'll ask a leader, hey, who on your team needs recognized? Because maybe I didn't see it in eSuite and I need a recommendation. But I want to be recognizing somebody on a daily basis because I think it's good for both of us. So who on your team, or who, even a customer, recognizing a customer for their hard work and their dedication using their products. Or you can see that, you know, their body is changing, or they're losing weight, or their skin is clearing up because of our facial line. You know, giving recognition and compliments on a daily basis it's good for our soul, right? Okay, number 10, this is kind of a funny one, but this has been a big kicker for me lately. Take a shower. For me, I've noticed that I am way more productive the days that I actually shower. So, there's definitely days that I don't. I'm not going to lie to y'all. But I feel like if I shower and if I put on an It Works shirt, I feel more productive. I am more apt to blitz somebody out and about when I have showered than if I haven't. Because if I'm hiding underneath my hat, or if I'm like in like jammy clothes or whatever, I don't have the confidence that I do when I have showered and put on a little bit of makeup. I feel better. I feel clean. I feel like my personality changes when I am put together. I don't know if that's just me. It could be. But for me, I have noticed that if I take a shower, I am way more productive and I get way more stuff done. So here's the thing. Mark on the call talked about his analogy of the stoplight. Okay. So was this on the call or was this on the top 75? Do you remember? Anybody? I think it was on the call. Well, he talked about the stoplight analogy of if you're sitting at a stoplight and you see like 6 stoplights ahead of you, you don't wait for all of them to turn green before you go. You go when your turns green, then you go to the next one, and then you wait for that one to turn green, and then you go to the next one. And so I love this analogy because I think too many times we get stuck in a position where we're like, oh my gosh, our diamond promotion seems like it is forever away. Our like ambassador diamond seems impossible, or whatever your rank is, you have that one spot that you're like, it just seems so far out there. So what Mark talked about is like, you wait for your light to turn green and you take one step to the next mark. Whether that's enrolling one loyal customer or one distributor, it's getting you one step closer, one stoplight closer to the very end. And so many times I think we ourselves get overwhelmed with the end goal. And I'm not saying we shouldn't have an end goal. We need to have that end goal. We have to dream big to be able in order to get there. But if we allow ourselves to feel defeated and we allow the pressure on ourselves to make us feel like it's too far away, then we, instead of taking one step to the next stoplight, we're not taking any, because we're like, we feel overwhelmed. We already feel defeated. We are so hard on ourselves sometimes. Something that I heard at church that I wanted to share with you guys tonight, because I felt like it was relatable, is our pastor talked about this 5-second rule with our thoughts. And when a thought enters our brain, we need to give it 5 seconds. If that thought is coming from heaven, we hold on to it. If that thought is coming from hell, we get rid of it. It's just like in this business, I think so many times we feel like we're competing with ourselves even. Like we're not living up to the par. We're not doing as much as we can. We're not at the rank that we want to be. We have those negative thoughts that creep into our minds, and those have got to go. Those are the thoughts that we need to give that 5 seconds. We feel it and we need to push it out of there, because that can defeat us in this business. And I have been there and I have done that. And I remember like when I started, I didn't have as many of those thoughts. But I feel like when I have been, let's say you've been at a promotion level for a while and you feel like you are a ways away from the next one, that's when all of these negative thoughts start to creep in. That's when you start being harder on yourself. You start comparing yourself to others, and we need to like push those thoughts out of the way. We need to give them the 5-second rule. And if it's not making us feel good, if it's not making us be productive and do good, either to others or for ourselves, then we got to get rid of that thought. And that was the biggest aha moment for me on Sunday. And it was something that I really felt like I could relate to this business as well. Sometimes when I follow too many It Works leaders on my Facebook page, I start comparing myself to them. I see that they enrolled a distributor, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I haven't enrolled a distributor today, or I haven't enrolled a distributor all week or all month maybe. So I start to feel that pressure on myself and that self-doubt, and like I'm doing something wrong, or maybe I've lost it, or maybe I don't got it anymore, or maybe I forgot how to work this business. You know, all of those negative things come in. And so if following leaders for you is not helpful, unfollow them. Still be Facebook friends with them, but unfollow them. If there's too many people that are doing too much, which is awesome, we want to praise them, we want to celebrate them, but if it's not good for you and your business and you're not growing, then we need to unfollow them for now until we're in a better place. Yes, understand what I mean? Because I have had to do that in times because our Facebook sometimes gets full of it works people, and it's fun and it's exciting, and I definitely get some really good ideas from that, but I also need to make sure that it's filling me up too, and not making me feel down. You know what I mean? Okay. Something else when I talked about like the list of 10 and don't stop December and the stoplight analogy, one thing that I thought about is, for me personally, the more I do in a day, the more I get done, which sounds pretty true to most things. When I have a list in front of me and I have an agenda of what I want to get done a day, and I power through that, and let's say I exercise, or I go on a walk, or I do a coffee chat, or I jump on eSuite, or I plan a wrap party, any of these things, for me, the more I add on, the more I get done, okay? And so when we create these lists for ourselves, we work through them. You're not only going to work through that list of 10, you are going to probably work through 20 to 30 things that day. Because when you're productive, you are double productive, right? We sometimes have those days where we just need to lay on the couch. We just need a reality TV show or HGTV or whatever. That's cool. I get it. I need that every once in a while too. But I know after I give that to myself that I need to work just as hard the next day. We can't continue into that pattern of the reality TV or the HGTV or the television shows every single night, or we're not going to get to where we want. You guys wouldn't be on this Zoom if you were afraid you were missing a TV show, or maybe you're DVRing it. That could be too. I don't know. But what I'm saying is you guys are on this Zoom because you are dedicated and you are excited about business. You want more out of it than what you already have. You want to help more people than what you've already helped. That's why you're here. And so I appreciate that about you, because that's what drives me. That's why I do these things. That's why I get on these Zooms and plan these Zooms, because I want to help more people than I have already helped. And so that if we keep moving and we keep being productive and we keep planning our agenda to be productive, we are going to get a lot more done. So one thing that drives me, I'm a blue personality for real, is social gatherings. And I think social gatherings are important for all personality types. I'm not saying necessarily like the party, woo woo, dancing in the corner, but social gatherings as far as wrap parties, whether you're doing them with your team or you're doing them with neighbors or friends or family, whoever it is, social gatherings will grow our business. Wrap parties, coffee dates, trainings, wine nights, any of those things where you're getting people together are going to grow your business. Gross. I have noticed it time and time again. And when I start to slack off of doing things with other people, whether it's teammates or potentials, when I start to pull back, and that's when my business isn't growing. So look at your calendar and plan out some social gatherings, wrap parties, wine nights with friends, coffee, a one-on-one training, whatever it can be, like we're doing a Christmas party here in Kansas City on Thursday. We're doing a little training and a Christmas party. So if you're close, within driving distance, I would love to see you there. But, these are the things that grow our business, is getting people together. Because when you get people together and you have somebody over here that's really excited about something, okay, let's talk about this for a minute. Raise your hand if you've tried a Scrub Daddy from Bed Bath & Beyond. Anybody? Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm going to blow your mind tonight. There is this Scrub Daddy at Bed Bath & Beyond, and it was on Shark Tank, and it is literally it is the bomb. They are either hard when they're cold or they're real soft when they're warm. I use them all the time, and they're replaceable. I keep going through them, but they last a long time, and they do not stink. Okay, so if you have somebody over here, which is me now because you guys haven't heard about it, that's really excited about a Scrub Daddy, you guys are all going to want to go out and buy a Scrub Daddy. Like if we get together and we are getting face to face and somebody's talking about something they love, it is hard to walk away and not wonder or be curious or want to know more. Same with our products. Now I've blown your mind about the Scrub Daddies, and you're going to want to find those later. Hey, good stocking stuffers. For real, like they are amazing gifts. Okay, so just like wrap parties, if you get somebody together, if you get people, whether it's just for lunch, and you have somebody that's excited about anything, about a product, about a wrap, about the greens, about the cleanse, about anything, they're going to walk away and want to know more. And so we need to get people together. We need to get in front of people, whether it's informal or formally, but it needs to be planned. We need to plan those into our calendars, and I think the more we do that, the better. Okay, I have one more thing to end on, and then I can do some questions too. But I want to challenge all of you to do a live video in December, okay? Push yourself to do a live video either on Facebook, or now you can do them on Instagram. But I was talking with another leader, and she did a live Fat Fighter video on Instagram. Instagram is kind of like Snapchat a little bit. So you have to do it in segments. She did a live Fat Fighter demo, and she got 6 loyal customers from doing that live demo, because people like to watch live. They do. They like to see how you're interacting. They like to see your facial expressions. They like to see it actually work. So I challenge you to do that. Pick a product. I don't even care what product it is. Something that you are passionate about, something that you are excited about, because that's going to show in your video. Do the live video on Instagram or Facebook, and then I would love for you to report back to the team, to whoever, all of us. What happened? What did it do for you? Did you get comments? Did you get questions? Did you get anybody that's curious? My sister actually did a Fat Fighter live video too, and I realized that she did it, but my brother-in-law, Gabe's brother, at Thanksgiving was like, hey, so Liz, tell me about those Fat Fighters. I saw them on your sister's Facebook. I'm like, whoa, it worked for you. That live video worked for my brother-in-law, who has not really shown a whole ton of interest in the products yet. So live videos work, you guys. People are watching them and we don't even realize it. So I challenge you all to do one in December and report back how it goes, because I know that they could be phenomenal. So, all right, that's it. That's all I got. I took all my notes. Do your list of 10. I challenge you to do it every single day for the month of December. I know that 2017 is going to be amazing. Amazing. I feel it. I feel it from Mark. Just not just the business, you guys, but just personally. Like, I feel like for me, 2016 was a hard year. It was a hard transition. We had stuff going on in our family. We had personal stuff going on. And I just feel like 2017 is a fresh start for everybody, no matter where you're at in the business, no matter where you're at in your personal life or your finances or your health. 2017 is a fresh start. So I'm really excited for all of us. I hope you're going to conference. I hope you're coming to our team party, because again, that's another social gathering that I can't wait for. It's going to be so fun. So it's just great to get everybody together, see all of your faces tonight. So thanks for hopping on, you guys. I did record it, so if you had somebody that wanted to get on and couldn't, I will shoot the recording out to all of you. So I love you all, and have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Good night, guys.